Yo! What is up, everyone? Hope you all had an absolute brilliant weekend. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome back to the live stream. Now, I reckon there'll be a few of you that are probably not on or not expecting this if you didn't see my update in Discord, but that's okay. We'll just get rocking and rolling. And, yeah. Zard Trader, you are first. What's up, my man? All right. We got a bit to talk about. Morning, Vicky. All right. My renovations are not holding me back now. They're well underway. I've done what I've had to do. And while I've still got more work to do over the next couple of months, it's all pretty sporadic and just chipping away at one thing at a time. So, that's it. This is it. This is full-time trading. This is full-time streaming. Bring it on. Bring it on. All right, what are we looking at this week? Let's start off with the news, eh? So we've got some Monday news, some Monday red folder news today. Canadian CPI at 8:30, so be careful of that one. And then we've got tomorrow, we have the Australian RBA cash rate, which is tomorrow. So that's pretty well it. So a little bit of Canadian news at 8:30 we have to be concerned about. Nothing on Tuesday except for some home sales at 10 a.m., but that's outside of my trading zone. And then, oh, damn, we have a trade, boys. We have a trade. Well, we got to go. We have to go in it. 1 sec. 9 points. God, I got to get used to this on thingy. We're at 9 points. What's that? 25. I'm on the wrong contracts. That's great. Off to a great start. I think that's an M6, isn't it? It's M6 now, isn't it? Macros. There we go. Oh no. Let me try and click the right buttons here, eh? Let's do it. All right. 25 contracts long. On the bid. Right. Stop loss. Let's work this out. And then we're going to go over it. This is it. I'm testing it out in real time. My new continuation trade. This is it. This is my new continuation trade, everyone. You're going to see it live in action. I've been back testing the shit out of this thing for a couple of months. Ran into some hurdles. And then I pretty well figured it out. Right, stop loss pretty well has to be 666,250. I think I need to turn on historical data. What's up, guys? So I have think I've got Is it just me or is there a price discrepancy between these two? What's going on? Are we still on? What's going on here? Why is there a price discrepancy? Let's keep a close eye on the price, but I think it should be all good. 667. So that's still working. MES M6. That's the one there. Yeah. Massive price difference. Nearly 100 points. Right, have to work out where the stop loss is going to go now. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Why isn't that coming up? Oh, because I'm writing 6 instead of 2006. Right. Okay. We're still in the long. We're okay. We're still in the long. And we're still in the long. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Let me sort this out. What am I doing now? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 60. Okay. So TradingView is going to be a bitch today, I reckon. TradingView is going to be a bitch, and it's going to not have the contract rollover correctly. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Just want to make sure all my times are all correct. All right. We're going to have to wait till tomorrow. All right. I think we're all good. Now, that's the last 15-minute FVG. Okay. Let me draw that out for you guys so you can see it on the charts. Bear with me, guys. I'm having a bit of technical issues here. Right. There is your 15-minute FVG. We are on the new contracts. Freaking contract rollover week. Jesus Christ. Okay. There is your 15-minute fair value gap rolling into the 2 a.m. time zone, which is what I'm testing out. This is my new strategy. Okay. And basically, yeah, that's that. Then if we go down to the 3-minute time frame, right, we essentially have an FVG here that was created on a 3-minute time frame that was well respected, but typically I can't take an entry until after 2 o'clock to double confirm it. So we are now in a long straight here at 2 o'clock, and we're into a long. Now the question is where do we target next? I won't lie, this is the little tricky part that I'm still having a slight problem with. So bear with me. I am trying to establish the best take profit. I have one amazing one already, but being day one into this, it's we might be just, who knows? We might have to just we're just gonna have to wing it today, all right? We're just gonna be winging it today. We're just gonna be winging it. There's a 1 hour FVG. I wouldn't say I'm too keen holding through this damn thing. All right. But yeah, if we can get close to that, that would be nice. Now, let's work out where this stop loss is going to go. So our entry is 67.27. 67.27. That's our entry. Stop loss needs to be below the 15-minute fair value gap, which I did mark out before, and I thought it was 9. It was basically 9 to 10 points. So that means my stop loss should be 67.17. Got to zoom out of it here. Right, stop loss is down there to give me plenty of room. And now we just run this however we see fit. What's going on, everyone? All right, we figured it out. we're gonna be what I don't want to say the word that I normally say. I'll get banned off YouTube. We're just figuring this out. All right, we're just figuring this out. If I can just, I don't know, maybe today just chill out and just take it easy. We might just try and see if we can just go for a 1-to-1 here. 67.37 might be an idea, and then we can just chill out, eh? Yeah, maybe we just do something like that, and we'll just see how we go. What's going on, Elite? What's going on, Smoked? Shen Long, what's up, dude? Elite says, show me a 1 minute chart on the Temperance, what's up? Stop losses. So why did I take this trade? So this is now the new continuation trade that I basically take. And so basically it's giving you a buy, or it's giving me a bias as the direction of where we're going for the day. So I look for I look for the last 15-minute FVG that was created prior to 2 a.m. And then I just look for the draw on liquidity. So at this stage, but you've also got to remember that I take my reversal trade at the Asia high. But my Asia high doesn't actually get created until 3 o'clock. So technically, this continuation model is essentially designed to run up into the London Open for me, and then I run that into my Asia reversal model. Now, typically what happens with my Asia reversal model, it's quite interesting. So it can sometimes just continue to keep creating higher highs and higher lows, and then it just never pulls back sometimes, and we never get that break of structure. So yeah, basically that's how that works. So I should be able to hold a continuation trade into my Asia reversal sweep. That's ultimately what the goal is, and that's what I'm trying to target. And if my Asia reversal model doesn't actually give me a break of structure, then I just keep holding this trade all the way through. So I essentially, the way this is designed is I hold this trade until my Asia reversal gives me the full break of structure. And when that happens on the 5-minute time frame, then I kill this trade and then I go in on the other one. That's essentially the idea of the strat. So yeah, So yeah, we're above the 15-minute last presented FVG, which is very bullish in my opinion. And then what I do is I look for a 3-minute FVG that is ideally a bullish engulfing candle that has been presented after the 15-minute FVG in the direction that I am looking for. And then we go long from there. But I am not allowed to enter before 2 o'clock. I have tested it. If I enter in before 2 o'clock, it's pretty risky, like super risky. But if I enter after 2 a.m., then it's a lot better. So yeah, that's pretty well it. So it's a pretty chilled out trade. Stop loss at this stage is kind of like all over the place. I'm still defining exactly where the stop loss needs to be positioned. If I do run it too tight to the FVG, I get stopped out a lot. And if I run it down past these like swing lows down here, that is ultimately the best spot, but it does kill the risk to reward. So I just have to play around with the stop loss and still doing a little bit of testing on it. So we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, so that's pretty well it. All right. $25 micros is aggressive. No, well, it's just my standard 1,000-point stop loss. So, yeah. What was it? Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do looking at the NQ. I'm going to have to bookmark this this ticker symbol. And I'm assuming the ES1 will update tomorrow. Yeah, here it is here. Yeah, okay. So today it's not going to update on TradingView. So we're going to be $100 difference. We are going to be $100 difference on the rollover day. Yeah. So we can't use this one. All right. So we can't use that. Probably going to be the same with the NQ as well. So we might have to bring up the MNQ. I don't know why all these lines have been drawn. I have no idea what's going on there with that. I think I do know what it is. I reckon it's my 4 hour lines. Nah, okay. Okay, I thought it was. It's a little bit annoying. That's a little bit annoying, but anyway, they're all over the place. All right, so we're going to run with the micro MNQMs for today session. All right, and then we should be able to go back tomorrow to the others. All right, or it should be all good. Okay. We are getting there. We are getting there. Probably should have had this all set up, ready to go before. But anyway, it is what it is. So, we are technically trading the 15-minute FBG here. So, I'll mark it out manually. I have updated the script, the indicator to do this. But you'll have to bear with me because I found a bug on it today when it was live printing. So, yeah. And then really, we can just sit here and watch this on the 3-minute chart. And there's your 3-minute FVG retest. And then, yeah, there's your first 3-minute FVG there as well. Yeah, so we can watch this on the 3-minute, but then after 3 o'clock, I have to switch to the 5-minute. Either that or I run the 5-minute up there on the other monitor. And then we just have to keep an eye out for, like, what happens after that. If we just keep breaking through the Asia high, or whether or not we get a break of structure, then I got to kill the trade. So it can be a little bit of a long-winded trade, this one. It can literally go for hours on end. A bit similar to the other one. A little bit similar to the other trade I do. Oh, you know what? I don't reckon that's the latest one, is it? That one. There we go. We have a new 15-minute FVG candle, which is that one there. Okay. Oh, let's see if this one works out, because I have a feeling I fucked this up. Yeah, I reckon I screwed this up, because the 15-minute FVG is actually not actually where the 3-minute was. Okay. I think I made a mistake. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. I made a mistake on this one. So that's... Yeah. So that's my last confirmed 15-minute FVG here. So we need to remain above this to be bullish. So I got a little indicator in the top right-hand corner that just gives you a hint of like what it's doing. So if we close below this 15-minute FVG, then theoretically we're going to be going bearish again into this hour. So for me, I want to see us hold above that 15-minute FVG, but I have unfortunately entered in way too early because I should have entered in on the 3-minute FVG that would be created out of this leg. So I should be in somewhere up here still, but not yet. Theoretically, I should not be in this trade yet. Because I've entered in on the candle before. Interesting. Alright, I got 1 minute 55 to go on this. See what happens. I mean, it's still bullish on the other 15-minute FVG, but there is no wick on the bottom of that 15-minute FVG, so maybe we want to come back and retrace that. Elite's gone long. Got another minute to go. Alright, so that 15-minute FVG is useless now. Let's see if this first one's going to hold up. Six, 6, 7, 4. You're still on the old contracts. Not much liquidity at the moment on the old contracts, so we'll have to switch over to the new ones, I think. There we go. Got a couple of 100 blocks here. Nice little gap in the market there. What is that? 6,700. That's back down to the Asia, just below the Asia low. Yeah, it's the Asia low. Yeah, it does work elite. Yeah, I won't be here for New York Open. I won't be waiting that long. ETH. Sup, Zeno? How you doing, dude? You just woke up? Yeah, I just woke up too. Nah, I'm joking. Good, mate. Good. I got a couple of days rest after doing the renos around the house. So we're well under our way now. And, yeah, new week. New week of trading full time. That's okay, Temperance. Yeah, so this is theoretically my continuation model that I've been working on for, Jesus, the last probably 8 months to be realistic, but I needed more data to kind of assist me with it. So essentially what I've been wanting to do is try to chase price into my Asia high or Asia low range based on my other model that I trade. So obviously I sit there and I wait for Asia to get liquidity swept, and then I try to go for the reversal, which you guys have been watching me trade that since the start of the year. But I've been trying to catch the trade on the way in so I can run it on the way in. And so anyway, this is theoretically it. I've finally finished all my back testing on it. But I slightly cooked it in this session here. The entry, I thought the entry was right, so I took it, but I have a feeling I slightly cooked it. So we actually created, oddly, and this is super rare from my back testing. Like this is like nearly 10 days in 300 that this actually happens. But there was actually two 15-minute FVGs that were created right at 2 o'clock here. So there was one here. And then there's another one right there. The chance that you get two that get created before 2 o'clock, like right stacked on top of each other, is very rare. And so it's just happened in this. So what I've done is I didn't see the second one. And so I've entered long from the 3-minute gap, which is this one here. That's my 3-minute gap up from here that I've entered long on. But theoretically, this 3-minute gap is below the other 15-minute FVG. So I've slightly cooked the trade a little bit. So we're already in it. So, but in saying that, there is another FVG down here, a 15-minute that's holding. So I'm just going to stay in the trade. I'll see if this thing wants to reverse and stay above this first presented 15-minute on this new leg up. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I should only be entering on the first 3-minute FVG that gets presented from the last 15-minute. So there's a 15-minute there. I'll mark it out. So there's the 15-minute. I go down to the 3-minute. And then I should be going off the first 3-minute FVG that gets created after that. But there isn't one at all. So theoretically, I shouldn't have entered this. And this did get invalidated, that FVG, because these candles here closed below. And so then we fall back to this FVG here. And then if this one holds, then I enter in the first 3-minute FVG that gets created on the leg out. So theoretically, I would technically still not be in this trade just yet until we created maybe an FVG here on the 3-minute, and then I would go long up here. Something like that. I'm just looking for displacement in the direction of travel. So I'm using the 15-minute as a bias. So this last 15-minute before 2 a.m. is my bias as to whether or not we're above it, we go long. If we're below it, we go short. yeah, that's how essentially I do it. And then, yeah, if we raid, it gets really confusing after this, especially trying to talk it out live without looking at all my cheat sheet stuff. But essentially, 3 o'clock will roll around, and if we wipe out Asia high, if we break through it and we just keep creating higher highs and higher lows, you guys know me. I then wait for a break of structure, right, to confirm that downward leg. And so I theoretically stay in this trade until we get that break of structure. When we get the break of structure, I just kill it. And then I go short in the opposite direction. So it gives me 2 trades per day opportunity. And it allows me to basically run up into where my reversal trade would be. And if my reversal trade presents, then I kill the trade and then I go short or long, whichever one it happens to be. So yeah, it's kind of like a 2-in-1 trade. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. What's the Jawns? The Jawns? What's the Jawns? Zeno says I've been trading the silver bullet model. Isn't the silver bullet just distribution? It's just trading the distribution leg, right? Morning, Vince. What's up, dude? Yeah, Xeno. It's the New York reversal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It works well if you can catch it. I mean, it doesn't always play out, and it's pretty hard to find. I think there's about one a week, one every 6 or 7 days. I think is the period that it roughly works. Every now and then you get 2 or 3 in 1 week, which is pretty gnarly. But yeah, yeah, nice elite. That's good. That's good. Well, we're coming into 3 o'clock now. We are coming into our 3 o'clock. London Open. Time Taylor, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Yeah, Xeno, it's kind of the reason why I had to find my continuation model one. Because my Asia short one, like, yeah, has maybe 3 entries tops a week. My Friday low entries, they come any time of the day. And there's about 2 of them per week. But unfortunately, close to 1 times per week, they come from the US session, which I'm not up for. So I can really only be lucky enough to get, three trades a week, 4 trades a week. And so that's why, part of me was like, I need to figure out this continuation model into my Asia suite, because this will probably give me, another couple of trades per week to focus on. I was pretty close with it. Like I had it almost down pat, but I'm pretty confident I've got it nailed now. But it just means I have to start the stream earlier, because I tried getting it to work. I think what my problem was, and the reason why I got stuck on it for so long, was because I was trying to make it work with my indicator with my Asia high suite from 3 o'clock onwards. That's why. Because I was still working a job, I was like trying to force it to work in that time zone, but it wasn't working. But whenever I changed the time back to 2 o'clock, it was actually really good. And then I paired it with my Asia sweep, and it works well. So, I think it's always good to have a few, what do you call it, strategies up your sleeve. I think most traders need to have like no more than 3. I would say 3 is probably the max. You have one that's like plays out maybe once a week or once a fortnight or even once a month. Have one of those. They're your big payday ones. And then you have like two day trades that can play out, 2-3 times a week. I think you're laughing. Yeah, that's really good, Zeno. That's really good. Well, the only thing I got to work out now is the draw and liquidity on what I want to target. Because that's the only problem that I have with this strat is I got to figure out where I want my take profit to be each time because I never know. There's a 1 hour FVG that we're just about to come into here. And 67.38 on the new contracts. I just marked it out. You can just see it. Is actually is the 61.8 fib for that whole retracement from Friday. You told me, Elite. You told me. You said it was going down. You said before it was going down. Now you say it's going up. He says SMT. It's not really an SMT I really care about. Because it's already swept the hourly or the 4 hourly. It's already swept it back here. So Vince, I'm sorry I missed why he took this trade. Could you please explain again? Yeah, so this is my brand new continuation model trade. Still ironing out some bugs with the indicator. One that I found today in live testing. Basically, coming into 2 o'clock, I used the last presented 15-minute fair value gap as a bias into or beyond 2 o'clock. And yeah, with that, I try to establish a directional bias that I should be looking for a trade. That's the first thing. And then essentially after 2 o'clock, my bad. After 2 o'clock, I'm looking for a fair value gap that will form on the 3-minute time frame in the direction that I want price to go. So here is the 3-minute FVG here. Right there. There's your first one right there. So technically, I'm in this trade a little early because I stuffed up because I didn't see the other 15-minute fair value gap. But this here should be my entry here. Right? Stop loss just below the... I'm still working out where the stop loss has got to go. I haven't fully figured that out yet. All I know is I do run it below the 15-minute fair value gap by a few points to give it a bit of swing room. And then essentially I just target the general move in the upward direction. And then if you've been here long enough, which I think you have, Vince, you know that I try to short the Asia high coming into London. So what I'm essentially looking at doing is running this trade into my Asia short trade. And then when if my Asia short trade presents, right, we get a break of structure, and then down we get that break of structure. I then kill this trade when I get a confirmed break of structure. So I just sit in this thing while it does its thing, and then I just kill it when we get a break of structure. But if we just keep printing higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, I just trail my stop loss up and just trail it up. So it complements. I wanted another trading strategy that was going to complement my other strategy. Basically, that's all I was looking for. That was all I wanted. So, yeah. Now, in terms of today, because today is just day one, and it's the first time doing it live on stream and blah, 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 and trying to sort out bugs and shit, I'm probably just going to kill it here at just a 1-to-1, and if it'll get there, just so that I just so that I can feel confident that I actually took it live and did it. You know what I mean? And then yeah, take profit, right? So yeah, that's pretty well it. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, there is a 61.8 fib just up here. Morning, Rocky. Vinzor, what's up, dude? We're on nice and early now, man. Sup, Jai? We're on nice and early. New stream time, guys. If you haven't figured it out already, it's a new stream time. Yeah, mate. That's the other thing as well. Officially full time now, so we got to get more payouts. We need more payouts. And I'm starting to renovate my house too, and it's costing me a fucking fortune. So I need payouts to start paying the bills. Oh. Oh, thanks, Jai. Appreciate it, dude. Really do appreciate it. I have to go to the toilet, guys. I'll be back. Yeah, Zhao, you're pretty well right, man. That's exactly right. Pretty well, Zhao. That's, yeah, you pretty well hit it on the head. Um, Obviously, being able to complement, like, there are other telltale signs from my back testing that I was able to look for. You've got your new week opening gaps, that can form up here, etc. So yeah, uh, there is another method or system that I kind of know of, and that is that Friday did not take out Thursday's high. And so when that happens, right, you will find that Monday will take out Friday's low and then turn into a trend continuation for Monday to go take out Friday and Thursday's high into Monday afternoon / Tuesday. So that is a theoretically in this example today, yeah, very bullish today because we've already taken out Friday's low, and that's it. So theoretically, I'm quite bullish for that reason, unless there's obviously some crazy war news shit. Yeah. So that's obviously on my favor as well at this stage. In fact, we never took out any previous day highs last week except for Mondays on Tuesday, and then that was it. Wednesday, reversal. Last week was typical MM formation. Monday up, Tuesday up, and then Wednesday reversal, and then just slow grind down. Friday didn't take out Thursday's high. Thursday didn't take out Wednesday's high. So that's it. I would expect, as a bias, I would expect today to take out at least Friday's high. At least Friday's high today. But that can happen over US too, so yeah. Show you the book map. Oh, on gold? Can you even get it on gold or not? No idea, dude. No idea. Oh, it's only on Comex. I've only got CME data feed, dude. It's only on Comex. Yeah, Comex. Sorry, buddy. I don't have access to it. So London just swept straight into that 1 hour FVG and then insta rejected. And on the 5 minute, it's just melting. I haven't even got a higher low printed yet. Neither have I on the 3 minute. Might get an SMT here on the on that low. Another 2 minutes, we might get our first high or low printed here. Yeah, so for anyone who's curious, I am in this trade at the moment, but it was an incorrect entry. The entry should have been here. The entry should have been there. I made a mistake. I read the wrong 15-minute FVG. Well, this thing's just melting. Yeah, we retraced the 50%. Yeah, it's why I was trying to run the TP to the 61.8 fib. Like, I'm front running it. The 61.8 fib is that red line running through here. We were holding, obviously, that fib, and then we were pushing up. So I was kind of like, we might just go for the 61.8 and then bounce. But now it's wanting to reverse here. It's a pretty clean sweep. Pretty clean sweep. This is one of those, like, it takes out the Asia high and then just melts. This is one of those entries that I never get into when I take my Asia short ones. Because if you're going to go short on this FVG retest, stop loss above there, take that down to the Asia low, In fact, actually, it only just works. Still a 2-to-1. It's not too bad. Zhao says the problem is Monday, and bigger problem is we are 1 hour before London, so no volume, bigger volume. Problems 2 days news up. Yeah. A 5-minute break of structure? Nah, no 5-minute break of structure, dude. Nah. I can't classify that as a break of structure because we haven't created a higher low yet on the 5-minute on my Asia reversal. So we've created a higher high, but we haven't created a higher low. So it's not there yet. We first must break and then create a higher low here. And then that's classified as my break of structure. That's how that works. So in this instance here, we've created a higher high. And then we just melted. And that's all we've done. So I can't classify that as an entry for my Asia short. No, Aussie, it's today, mate. Today. Hence why I've got M and M written here. We're on the new contracts already today. Yeah, it's confusing when you're looking at TradingView. It's out by $100 difference until TradingView updates tomorrow at the end of today's session. Yeah, I made a Discord, dude. I've actually had it since day one of starting the channel, but yeah. The higher low is to the left. Yeah, but that higher low is created before the breakout. So I want to see a higher low get created after it. Or otherwise I get stuck in this thing where I end up classifying that as your next higher low, and then we have an SMT divergence between the NASDAQ and that, and then you're shorting into this 15-minute FVG, which helped me identify the 15-minute FVG on my back testing, because you'd be surprised whenever we had an SMT like this, and then I was shorting into on my losing trades. I'm shorting into a 15-minute FVG like this. A lot of my losses were because of that. So, yeah. So now, on the Asia short model, because that's now a 5-minute low, that there is now my Asia short trade right there. But I need a 5-minute close break of structure below that, because that's your higher low now. But then, like, the risk to reward then goes to shit as well. So I'd have to try and find a target low, a lower target to aim for, which would probably be this low down here. Another 2 minutes to go. If we get this break of structure on this, then I have to kill the trade, and then theoretically I got to go short. And then that'll be a 15-minute candle closure, which means we flip bearish after this. Alright, so killed that trade. The trend continuation one didn't work out. And stop loss will be back behind the thingy at 27. And then we look for something down the bottom here. We're going down now. I do like the orders resting down here at 67.01. Yeah, I don't know how they do it either, Zal. It was like back when I traded crypto, it was just like always expected. Like you were meant to be following 10 different pairs and you were like constantly just staring at, 10 different coins all day, every day. And it was just too much. Just too much. Yeah. I think that's the reason why I also fell in love with US futures because just, I don't know, like yeah, sure, there's gold, silver, and all that, but I just don't really resonate with those things because they're just not really, they're not companies or anything like that. So it just doesn't really resonate with me. And yeah, just trading the NQ and the ES just seems so simple. It's just two side by side, and that's it. I pretty well only just follow the ES. And every now and then I just kind of look for those SMTs between the NASDAQ and the ES. I used to trade the shit out of the NASDAQ, but yeah, the last 6 to 9 months, the ES just gives me cleaner moves. Lol. Lol's out. Come on. Keep flushing. Keep flushing. Hey, Matt Coles, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Doing well, mate. You've been on a break? Yeah, a little bit like me to a certain degree. I've been renovating my house last week and on the weekend, so yeah, that kept me pretty busy, kept me away from the computer. But the weekend was pretty chill, pretty well spent. Spent the weekend finalizing my other strategy. Nice work, dude. Good work. Well, that's a nice rejection off that IFEG. Come on, send this fucking thing down, eh? Let's go. Sell it, ETH. Sell it. Still down, mate. Still down. Come on. You want to get down here. We want this draw down here at 67.01. $15-minute inside bar is going to be if this doesn't flush down. Yeah, I did see that Aussie trader. I did see it made a bit of a move back up. It was done mostly over the weekend, yeah? Oh, yeah. It's pretty textbook. There's your like there's your level 1 drop. There's your consolidation. Oh my god, what did I draw then? There's your consolidation. And then you got your drop 2, market maker method. There's level 2 drop. Now you're just doing the same thing again until probably, I don't know, April or whatever. March, end of March, April. See what happens here. And then you come in for drop 3. Should be a level 3 drop. And that'll wipe out that wick low there at 49k. Looks like I got stopped out on that trade. I pretty well went back to break even on it. Alright. Nothing worked for me today. Nothing did. Yeah. You know, not even the shorts work today, guys. You might even get a third one here. Like you might get like another one here somewhere later in the year. Because my thesis was October. To get to the 78.6, I was looking at October. So you might end up with what they call this one here. They call this an extension. An extension. So I wouldn't be surprised whether you end up getting something like that down to 39k. Interesting. Well, there you go. Oh, guys, we took 2 trades today. And 2 of them, well, one of them was almost a full loss. The other one was basically a break even. Yeah. Not much you can do there. That's okay. It happens. And I gotta work on this entry. I completely stuffed this entry today on this trade here. I have to just check the code. I've obviously got a bug in where it's drawing the 15-minute FVG for me, because that did not draw for me when I came on the stream. And I took the trade aggressively here at 203. So I just need to fix that bug. Because the true entry was here. The true entry was over here almost an hour into the session. And then that's your swing low. So that should be your stop loss there. And then theoretically, yeah, I would want to have seen this go beyond the Asia high, because we usually see it happen a lot. But today it didn't want to. So it's all good. First day in, a little bit of damage. But yeah, fingers crossed tomorrow we get back-to-back winners. And then we're loving it. You had December, did you? Yeah, okay. I was just going off of if you go off of the I can't remember what it was now. Oh, that's right. If you measure from the last high to the low of when it touches the 78.6, it's about 374 days. And it did it back here as well. So that was the high. Back to the low, it was 364 days. So within 10 days, it's pretty accurate on the last 2 bull runs. So if we mark that one as well, and then we run 360, just go 372 days. That's October. So, yeah, kind of lines up. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon it might be closer to October for the low, for the 78.6 fib to be hit, which is right there. Yeah, as soon as that thing's tapped into, mate, it's just going to be, for me, it's going to be options and, yeah, buy for me on that. And then hopefully Dan Pena is wrong. Choppy session today. Choppy session. Well, we're back above that 15-minute FVG. Yeah, we're literally back above it. So back to being bullish again now. But I don't. At this stage, from what I'm aware of, I don't have a second entry. So, plus I've already taken 2 trades today, so that's enough for me. I don't need to take any more. So yeah, sick. Well, there's no point in me sitting here boring you guys out. So I'll leave you guys to it, and yeah, I'm gonna fix this bug ready for tomorrow. So I can try and make sure that that's reading correctly, because that's how it should have been reading. And yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So remember, we're trading early now. we've gone. We went to 4 o'clock because that was when I wanted to trade the London Open, but we're essentially just going back to 2 o'clock now, because 2 o'clock is for my continuation trade. All right. So I'll see you guys then. Yeah, take care. Enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys.